anything that teaches you how to make money, how to grow your business, how to expand. This money making thing, it really excites me, and I'm glad that today we are going to be looking at interesting issues that at the end of our conversation today, you would have gained a thing or two about how you can grow your business, how you can multiply sales, how you can take advantage of beautiful opportunities that is all around us. Now, every Thursday, we usually have John Paul Iwuoha. Is our business activator. Is a regular on the program every Thursday. And for a while now, we've been discussing business opportunities in a tough economy. He taught us different opportunities that we can explore. And there was even a master class that people paid 50,000 naira to attend, because he was exposing them to business that you can start even in this tough, uncertain economy. Because I tell you, when things are tough, very tough, there are opportunities that it creates. For example, if you look at those war-torn countries, there are people doing businesses there. Now that the dollar has skyrocketed, I heard that it's way more than 1,000 naira now. As in the reports I'm getting, I want to confirm it, but it's quite alarming. There are opportunities that you can go into and make a killing just by this uncertainty in this country. So that you can do what you can do to explore these opportunities has been taught on the program. So what you can do now is to go to this website, www.activatorhq.com/903FM. Now, it's a collaboration with Activator HQ. So all of the materials, what we discussed there, the opportunities in a tough economy, you can get it on this website. Just go there, download it. It's for free. People actually paid 50,000 to attend the master class and learn all of these opportunities. So just go there right now, www.activatorhq.com/903FM. So you learn everything about the 6 powerful strategies for discovering lucrative business opportunity in Nigeria, as was discussed by John Paul Iwuoha on Voice of the People FM. You can even download it for free, but very soon we're going to put money on it, because that's another way to make money. Okay, now today we will continue from where we stopped last week. I have John Paul Iwuoha with me, joining us virtually today. He's not here physically, but he's with us. He is John Paul Iwuoha. He's a business activator who works with entrepreneurs to fix difficult problems at the startup and growth stages of business. For more than a decade, John Paul has helped dozens of entrepreneurs start new businesses, raise funds, grow sales, optimize business models, and solve human capital and growth problems. His clients are active in industry that range from agribusiness, tech to retail, healthcare, manufacturing, energy, financial services, and different sector. He's an alumnus of PwC and qualified as a chartered certified accountant with ACCA. He's a frequent speaker, trainer, and judge who works with business networks and entrepreneurial focused organization. He's been featured on several media platforms, including CNN, TRTW, The Huffington Post, Fidelity Bank SMEs Forum, and African Diaspora News Channel. In 2018, he was recognized by LinkedIn as a top voice on startups and entrepreneurship. That's the person that we're going to be talking with this morning. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you. Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. I can yeah, I think you should unmute yours. I can hear you. We're doing a virtual conversation, and I'm trying to.
Okay, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Loud and clear. Thank God. To God be the glory. I can hear you now. Fantastic. Okay, great. Now, so we'll continue from where we stopped. We are talking about business ideas, activating your business ideas. Now, we know ideas comes in dime and dozens. You could get ideas every day. Wake up, I have an idea, but it's the execution that really matters. And you've been taking us through that. So we'll like a refresher course. You know, I always start from a refresher course. Quickly, and then move on to the conversation today. Okay. Yes, I think I can hear you now. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Let's try this one more time. Can you hear me? Okay. It's really, the network is trying to be funny. So what we'll do, I will change this, the miss. I will call you, and then we'll get to talk. So I will go for this break. Let me try and fix this, and then we will come back to have a great conversation. Do not change the dial. Keep it here.
Understand that having no financial stability can be very frustrating as it limits your possibilities in life. So it's important that you take hold of your finances today. There are 1,001 ways you can get started. All you need is a guide. VOP has acknowledged this need and has provided a solution. Mary and I, Debbie, invites experts across various fields, and they are dedicated to helping you create lasting revenue. Join Business Around Town every week, Mondays to Fridays at 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Voice of the People, now you have a voice. There's no enabling environment.
The government isn't helping.
Transportation is tough.
Raw materials are expensive.
But guess what? People are still making it big in this same country. Want to know how? Join Mary on our affair Debbie on Business Around Town to find out practical ways you can take a hold of your finances and turn it around. Environment.
The government isn't helping.
Transportation is tough.
Raw materials are expensive.
But guess what? People are still making it big in this same country. Want to know how? Join Mary on our affair Debbie on Business Around Town to find out practical ways you can take a hold of your finances and turn it around.
All customers are not the same. Some customers are bargain hunters. They care more about your price than your product. And the moment they find a lower price, they stop buying from you. But there are some customers who are value customers. These kinds of customers care more about your product than your price. So you cannot please every customer with your prices. Instead, target those customers who appreciate the value of your products and services and are willing to pay for that value. My name is John Paul Iwuoha. Join me on VOP 90.3 FM every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. to get more insights and strategies that will help you build a successful
business around town.
As a business person, it's important for you to always have a plan 5 years ahead.
The Nigerian economy is in a state of emergency, and everyone is screaming.
The internet does not know whether you're a business or...
Tune in every weekday, Monday to Friday, 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. to learn the latest into strategies for building wealth and securing your financial future.
Yesterday's business cannot be today's business, unfortunately, so you have to definitely be ahead of the game.
Join Mary Anaife and Debbie as she takes you through in-depth interviews with successful entrepreneurs, financial advisors, and industry leaders.
This is the first time where the oil prices have gone high, but our revenues have nosedived. And the government is saying we don't know.
The internet is the biggest leveler out there for business.
A lot of them are scared that this technology is secure.
Gain valuable insights into the world of investing, as well as practical advice for managing your finances, growing your business, and achieving financial freedom.
There's been a lot of trending issues that has to do with businesses.
Whether you're an experienced investor or just starting out, Business Around Town has something for everyone.
Small, medium businesses are the weight of most of these economies.
So tune in and take your first step towards financial success.
All customers are not the same. Some customers are bargain hunters. They care more about your price than your product. And the moment they find a lower price, they stop buying from you. But there are some customers who are value customers. These kinds of customers care more about your product than your price. So you cannot please every customer with your prices. Instead, target those customers who appreciate the value of your products and services and are willing to pay for that value. My name is John Paul Iwuoha. Join me on VOP 90.3 FM every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. to get more insights and strategies that will help you build a successful business.
Voice of the People 90.3 FM. You're listening to Business Around Town. I think I have John Paul Iwuoha now. I think so. I hope network will cooperate with us today. Hello, can you hear me? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mary. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Oh, I can. Thank God. That's good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. People will normally say the devil is a liar. We have to learn today.
Yes, sir. We shall overcome this obstacle.
I'm telling you, network issues in this country. Okay. Now back to the conversation. We're talking about how to activate your business ideas. Now you've been teaching us, you've given us a series. I would like a refresher of what we've talked about and move straight up to our conversation today.
Okay, so this series started several months ago.
Yeah.
And it started with a topic that would help people identify the best business ideas. Now, that topic was very important because a lot of people have fallen victim of ideas they thought were promising or lucrative. They invested their time, money, and effort into it, only to find out months or years down the road that they've been wasting their time. So all business ideas, all business opportunities are not the same. They may feel the same because they take the same space in your head. But when it comes to executing them and making them a reality, some business ideas are actually much more dangerous than others. So it's very important that you're careful which business ideas you choose. As part of that topic, I shared with the audience 6 specific strategies you can use to find solid business ideas in a tough economy. I talked about strategies like marketing the star, producing for the star, infrastructure businesses, authority businesses, exporting services. You know, those were the kinds of things that I talked about. I even talked about arbitrage of opportunities, which is a way of importing and exporting within Nigeria, which is a huge opportunity. Now, because we spent almost 6 or 7 weeks on that topic, I don't want us to dwell on it so much.
Yeah.
We developed a special material exclusive to the audience of VOP 90.3 FM, so that our listeners can download that material for free. And then they can follow the conversations that we're doing right now, because we've gone beyond the ideation stage, the getting idea stage. We are now in the execution. How do you activate a business idea? How do you make a business idea, transform it from a dream in your head to something that is real and making money in real life, right? So that's where we are. So for our listeners, if all I'm saying right now is sounding like news to you, like Mary mentioned, head over to activatorhq.com /903FM. You can download that material there, and you can, in your own spare time, start to generate business ideas. But like I always say, ideas are not the problem. Business ideas are not the problem. In a country like Nigeria, you will hardly run into any person who will tell you that they don't have business ideas. The average person has at least 2-3 ideas they've been thinking about for months and for years, right? But if succeeding in business were about business ideas, a lot of people will be millionaires already. If it was just about having fantastic business ideas, a lot of people will have made money. But the truth is that what differentiates the people who actually make money from the people who are just dreamers is the execution, actually doing something about your business idea, what I call activation, actually activating a business idea so that it becomes something that is real. And 3 weeks ago, we started with this topic, and I said, you have one or several business ideas. Before you go and borrow money to start that business, or sell your car, or do something drastic, or quit your job, right? Or get other people involved in a business, in starting that business. How can you know beforehand if that business is worth your time and if it will not be a journey to financial and psychological destruction? Yeah. I said that there are 3 important questions you need to ask. The first question is, will anyone buy? This is a very important question, and that's why it's number 1. And the reason is that many people who want to start a business usually think of the product first. They will tell you, I want to start a dry cleaning business. They will tell you, I want to start a transport business. They will tell you, I want to start a real estate business. Most people start product first. And if I may, this is one of the biggest reasons why many businesses do not succeed. And that's because you're thinking product first. The reason why product first thinking doesn't work is that you are making a very dangerous assumption that you can read the minds of human beings. You're making an assumption that you know what people want and you know what they are going to buy, and you're going ahead to make that thing, which is not surprising why when you see businesses that are struggling, one of the common things they tell find customers, this product is not selling. I thought it was going to say nobody wants to buy this thing. But it would have been easier for you if you were thinking customer first. Customer first thinking, what it does to you is that it puts the money you're going to make from that business by asking a very important question. Why would they buy it? And why buy it for me and not other people that are selling it? Now, so when you think of your customers first, that thinking will show you the best kind of product to focus on. And that's because if you focus on a product that people are likely to buy, guess what will happen when you eventually open that business? People are more likely going to buy it because you start first before actually train the market. So that's why it's important to think, will anyone buy? The second question you have to ask is, will this make money? Now, there's an important difference between a business and a hobby and a passion and a pastime. And that's because a business, one of the cardinal responsibilities of a business is to take care of itself. And one way that a business takes care of itself is by making money, generating money from customers, and using it to pay employees, pay and things like that. So if your business is not going to, if a business is not going to make money, it will be a very frustrating experience, right? Because like some people do, they end up wasting time chasing money from outside. To tell you they are looking for investors for their business. They are looking for money, they are for people that will invest in their business. Or they tell you they are approaching the banks for a loan. They keep looking at outside sources of funding. And in my experience of supporting entrepreneurs, getting money from outside a business is not sustainable. The only way to sustain a business is from customers. It's only customers that can guarantee the viability of a business, because as long as people keep giving you their money in exchange for a product or service that they want to buy and that they are satisfied, your business is going to survive. If you don't have customers that are paying you money, even if you raise money from investors or from banks, it's only a matter of time before the investors become frustrated and the banks give you money. So the only sustainable way is to get that money from customers. And how do you know if a business is going to make money? I shared a simple framework with our listeners. I said that there are 4 types of business when it comes to how much money the business can make and how well the business can sustain itself. I talked about graveyard businesses. A graveyard business is a business that makes low profit margin and has low volume. So rate of sale, you're not making much money. Unfortunately, you're also not making a lot of sales. So what that means is that because you're making low margin and you're making low volume, your business is going to be bleeding to death, and eventually that business will die. because it is not sustainable to have a low margin business and a low volume business together. The best you can do is to either move into the mass market. The mass market is the second category of business. These are businesses that have low margin, but they make up for that low profit margin with volume.
Yeah.
So businesses that don't make a lot of profit per unit, but they make a lot of volume. Retail is an example of this. Any into like largely supermarket businesses, or you sell commodities. Anybody that's into the pure water business, any heavily competitive products, petrol, for example. If you go to the petrol stations, many of them don't make money on the unit profit margin per liter of fuel. They make money from many cars buying fuel from them. One car will buy 20 liters, 30 liters, another car will buy 25 or 10 liters. They make money from volume. So mass market, that businesses survive. The third category, these kind of businesses don't make a lot of, these kind of businesses don't have a lot of volume, but they have high profit margin per unit of transaction that they do. So you see these kinds of businesses. So, for example, any business that's into consulting, any business that brands itself as bespoke, these kind of businesses go deeper with few clients, but they're able to charge more to clients. And then the dream in the business world is to fall into the fourth category, which is a superstar business. Now, many people may want to be a superstar business, but it's not feasible. It's not practical for everybody to be in that zone. These are the kinds of businesses that make high profit margin, a unit of sale, and they have high volumes. So I remember the last time I was in the studio, I said, if in Nigeria, if I was going to mention a superstar business in Nigeria, that would be the banks. The banks are very profitable. They make high margin per transaction. They pay 5% on savings and fixed deposits. But when you want to take a loan, they give you at 22, 25, 26%. That's a very high margin. That's almost 200% profit margin. And they have a lot of customers. Yeah. They do retail banking, they do corporate banking and things like that. So these are the ways you can, when you start a business, if you think like this, you will instantly know this business I'm about to start. Is it going to be a graveyard business, or am I looking at mass market or boutique? It's too early to think of superstar business when you are just about to start a business. You can't even think about it because your business has to start, and then you grow, and then you scale before you can even think of becoming a superstar business. So for anybody who's starting a business, your considerations are, if you are going to start that business as a graveyard business, the faster you can get out of the graveyard zone and enter the mass market or boutique, the better for you. The third question I asked, so far, I hope we are following the trail of this conversation.
Yes,
I said there are three
following.
questions you need to ask. Yeah. So will anyone buy is the first question. Will it make money is the second question. The third question is, can I deliver? Unfortunately, a lot of people are carrying business ideas that are bigger than them. A lot of people are considering business ideas that are totally impracticable for them, right? So business ideas are like your fingerprints. Some business ideas will work well for some people because of their background, the kind of relationships that they have, the kind of people that they are, even the kind of personality that they have. Personality, for example, some businesses are very good for extroverts. If you're an extroverted person, you like to meet people, you like to hang out, you like to have conversations, have fun. There's some kinds of businesses that you do really well in. But if you're an introvert, those businesses are not for you. There are businesses that an introvert would excel at. If an extrovert tries that kind of business, they will crumble. These are businesses that require a lot of attention to detail, close judgment, So your personality matters, your background matters, who you know matters, what you have matters. So when we discussed that issue, can I deliver? That's the third question. When I discussed it last week, I mentioned that there are 3 R's that will determine whether you can deliver and successfully activate a business idea from an idea in your head to a real business on the ground. The first R is resources. Some businesses are more resource intensive than others. But what do I mean by resources? There are different types of resources. There are intellectual resources. There are businesses you cannot go into without having intellectual resources. And technology, for example, are like that. You don't know anything about software. Any business that requires professional expertise is IP intensive. IP means intellectual property intensive. There are businesses that are tax intensive. You cannot succeed in those businesses if you don't have skilled people that are working for you. There are businesses that are labor intensive. These people may not have the talent, but they have the time. Some people want start a business, but they don't have the time to commit to that business. And the business is time intensive. And time on its own is a resource. Some businesses are capital intensive, right? So you capital and not work in the business. And one thing I mentioned when it came to resources is when you ask some people that have business ideas, why have you had this business idea now for 2 years? Why have you not done anything with the business idea? The common topic is I don't have capital. Now I don't have capital. Nobody will give me capital. And when you close that, capital does not do the business. The reason you have capital is the vehicle for that transport business. And then hire 2 or 3 people. That's what you use capital for. But the real resource they need is the physical asset, the vehicle, and the human beings, the employees in their business. That's why they say they need capital. Some other team ask them, okay, what's holding you back? They buy 100 hectares of land. I want to buy 2 tractors. And so you start to see that capital on its own is not cash. It's not cash that they need. They need the resources. So that is why when you want to start a business, you need to think in terms of resources, not in terms of the money you are looking for. What are you going to use it for? If it is land that you want, there are ways to go around the land problem. One example I shared last week is that you can actually build relationships, which is what the second R is for. The right relationships can help you get the resources you are looking for. There are some people that have land that is wasted. They don't know what to do with the land. And they all stop with this solid agriculture concept. Or develop that land and make money. All of it. So the relationship, that person can bring your time and your ID, your intellectual property, which is your business concept. That's what to do. Some people have capital, no cash, either because they have a full-time job or their hands are full. And you come up with a business idea and they're like, okay, this is the way for me to make money. After all, what are the alternatives? If you put your money in the bank right now, they're paying you 5% or less. Will you put it in the stock market? It's unpredictable. We don't know whether the stock market is going up or down. Where else can you put money in Nigeria? You put it in real estate. Are you ready to lock it down for a couple of years? So there are limited investment options right now for anybody who is any era. And if you keep that money in the bank, interest rate is 5%, but the inflation rate in Nigeria is above 10%. So just by leaving your money in the bank, your money is losing value. So that is why I tell people who want to start a business. If you know how to think about what you're about to start, there are people that have the resources that you're looking for, that have to do a deal. Because you are providing a service to them. You're helping to preserve their wealth. If they keep that money in the bank, it's losing value. If they put it anywhere than putting it in a business that would reach returns. So on the ground, this is how some of my clients are actually raising money. They're not going to the banks. They're talking to people that have cash, and they're looking for places to put it so that they can preserve money. So this is how you need to be thinking in terms of returns and who has the thing that I'm looking for. There are people who want to quit their jobs. They are very talented people, but they don't have the risk appetite to do it on their own. You have a business concept. This guy has the talent. The two, you can give the person equity in the business. And guess what? By paying with equity, an imaginary reward. You don't have to pay this person that salary that you thought you needed to pay. All this while you have been thinking you needed about 20 million to hire somebody of that experience because they have to be well paid. But that's the way you can try it. You pay that person zero. Instead, work out a relationship where they share risk with you, they get equity in the business, and the business is running.
Yeah.
So these are the ways that you have to think when it comes to time to deliver. The first is resources, the second relationships, the third is risk. Risk will take quite a bit of it. So I'm going to ask our listeners to go to the YouTube channel of VOP 90.3 and follow that last week's discussion. Because three major parts. Some people that have business ideas don't have the risk appetite for the kind of business ideas they want to start.
Yeah.
Some people that have business ideas don't even understand the kind of risk that is in their business. Let me just go through it. I talked about market risk, I talked about competition risk. People who are about to start a business are in the bad habit of underrating the competition. Tell you things like nobody's doing it, or nobody's doing it. It's going to sell. Nobody's doing it. Like I mentioned, you will not see your competition, your real competition, until you enter the market and they shoot the face. That's when you know that the game is real. I talked about competition risk. I talked about operations risk. What kills a business is the day-to-day running of the business. Creating the business using the business name is exciting. Getting your CAC certificate is exciting. Yeah. Opening your bank account is exciting. All those things are exciting. Those are the things that enthrall some entrepreneurs. But the boring part of building a business, the day-to-day dealing with customers, dealing with suppliers, dealing with employees, these are the things that will crush you. And some people are not ready for this kind of risk. So if you know you are not an operational person, in your best interest to have a partner who is an operator, or you hire somebody who is an operator and has done this before. Those people will be happy to do operations. When you focus on doing what you like, getting customers, cutting deals, doing business development, doing PR and things like that. So it's important that you understand the operational risk in the business going to. There's a legal and regulatory risk. Some businesses are setting on the fringes of the law. The government can wake up one day, and if your business is one of those businesses that are in the gray area, they can shut you down overnight. We saw it with what happened with the ride-hailing services, like GoCard and the rest of them.
Yeah.
It happened overnight. The government, therefore, the business you want to do, where does it sit along the law? Are you vulnerable to sudden changes in the law that will totally damage that business? Then I talked about people business. If you want to remain a one-man business, to grow any business, you will need human beings. Those human beings will likely be your employees, they may be your business partners, they may be your co-founders. Getting the right people to work with you, people that buy into the vision, is very important because many businesses in Nigeria suffer from what you call, what's it called? The employees only work when the boss is around. Eye service. When you're not around, if you fall sick, you travel, your business is crumbling. And that's because you just have rope in your business. You don't really have people that have initiative, people that are looking forward to the growth of the company, or people who just want a salary. And then I talked about systemic risk. These are the risks that you cannot control. Your warehouse catching fire. What happens? What happens if something happens to you that can drown you? Container, your container not making report. So these are areas where you can transfer risk, as in maybe through insurance and some other kinds of things. This run down longer than I expected. For those partners to reach demands, right? Over the next couple of weeks, I want to listen to the audience. I know what your excuse is for not starting a business, and I want to preempt them by starting with many of the common obstacles, excuses, and rules I've heard in my more than 10 years of supporting entrepreneurs. People do not essentially start business. Some of these reasons are justifiable reasons. Some of these obstacles are real obstacles. And as we are building up to 2024, I want to use this time to start to address many of all these issues. The one I'm showing today is that thing about passion. If you meet many people that want to start a business, they will tell you, I am passionate about this thing. And then even when you listen to people that speak maybe inspiring or motivational, they tell you to follow your passion. I want to tell you today that is very dangerous advice, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. So, Mary, let me pause at this point. Except you want me to go ahead, I can dive right ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. When it's time to pause, I will let you know and take message.
Okay, thank you very much. When people are considering business ideas, the common fallacy they fall into is they try to consider things that they are passionate about.
Yes, follow your passion so that you will not be discouraged when things are hard, because if you like what you do, you will continue with it. So it's a very popular opinion by a lot of business coaches and business speakers.
Yeah. So it's a very popular opinion. It's also a very dangerous piece of advice, and I'm going to tell you why. If you're working with entrepreneurs, the entrepreneurs that are likely to actually get businesses off the ground are passionate people that claim to be working on their passion. And let me tell you something I found out about people that are building a business around their passion. And I'm seen as somebody who was a victim of this, so I know exactly what I'm talking about. So, and I've also helped people come out of this mental cage of passion, right? One problem. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There was a
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. There was a little Go ahead. You're talking on passion.
So
yes.
One thing I noticed, with passion. One thing I noticed people who start business based on passion is that by being passionate alone, already setting gaps. This is like having a child that you love very much, and you're not able to push that child because you don't want to hurt the child. So one thing I've noticed, as somebody who was a victim of this, and I've also helped several entrepreneurs come out of this mental cage, is that when you are passionate about what you're doing, like a product or service, it becomes difficult, for example, to charge for that product. Passionate people are the people that will tell you, you ask them, how much does it cost? They will tell you, pay me anything. Just pay me anything you want. Just like doing the same for people.
Yes, I'll tell you, they don't really mind. Yes. They don't really mind. Pay me anything.
They'll tell you, just pay me anything you want. It's not, you know, the reason they are asking you to pay them anything you want is that from their perspective, it didn't really cost them anything to do this thing. They would have even done it for free. They are happy doing it. So that you're even paying them, some of them even feel embarrassed that you want to pay for something that they love doing. So they will underprice themselves and undervalue themselves and say, pay me anything you want, or just give me anything from your mind. And the market is brutal. Even when a customer has 100,000 naira to give you, and you say pay me anything you want, all of a sudden that person can pay you 10,000. Even when, if you are charged them 100,000, they have the ability to pay the 100,000, and they would have paid it because of the value they got from you. But because you said pay me anything you want, because of your passion, they've not paid you 10,000 naira. So imagine leaving that amount of money, 90,000 naira on the table here, there, before you know what's happening. Unfortunately, these are the kinds of entrepreneurs suffer. They suffer in their businesses of the passion. So if anyone is listening to me today, I'm not saying that you should not follow your passion or that you should deny your passion. I want to guide you in a way that will help you make the best use of your passion, because the reason God gave you that passion is so that you benefit from it. But many people are not benefiting from their passion because they're not valuing it properly. So what I'm going to teach today is, if you have a business you're going into and your weakness is that this thing you are doing, it comes naturally to you, it's so effortless to you, and it's so, you're so good at it that you will likely give it to people for free. What I'm going to do today will help you start to change that. So when it comes to starting a business in this area of passion, there are three important things you need to keep in mind. The first thing is that there are things that you like. All of us have things that we like. Some people like sports, some people like cooking, some people like all of us have different things that we like. So there are things you like, number one. Number two, there are things that you are good at. There are things that you're good at. Either by training, you learned it in school, you got it from experience, you got it from your background, your father taught you, your mother taught you, or you're just naturally good at it. Some people are naturally good at playing music instruments. Some people are naturally good at numbers. Some people are naturally good at making friends. They will just to a place and all of a sudden, they are naturally good at it. They don't need to, either they've learned it or it came to them like that. So things that you're good at. Then the third category, which I want everybody to pay attention to, is what the market will pay you for. Yes. There are things that the market will pay you for. So now let's look at it again. Number one, there are things you like. Number two, there are things you're good at. Number two, there are things you're good at. Number three, there are things the market will pay you for. That thing I talked about, number one, things you like. Some people may call it a hobby. Some people may call it a pastime. If you like football, for example, you will watch football no matter what is happening. Even if it's raining or petrol or they're selling petrol at 2,000 naira per liter, you will go and buy petrol because that's what gives you joy. You like to do it, right? So those things are your hobby. The things that you're good at that is your skill. Now, fortunately or unfortunately, there are some things that you're good at that you don't like. So if I use myself as an example, I'm a certified chartered accountant. So by nature, anything around doing the books, preparing accounts and things like that. For some people, it may come as a shock. I am good at it, but I don't like it. So I know I have to do it. When clients come and they pay for this service, it's for the things I have to do. But if you leave me alone, it's not one of those things that just come out and say, let me start doing accounting. I don't like it, but I'm very good at it. I'm very good at financial modeling. I'm very good at all those things, forecasting tools, financial analysis, all of it. Very, very good at it, but I don't like it. Now, this might come as a shock because I have come to understand who I am. Yeah. And I want people to also do the same for themselves. There are things that you're good at, but you don't like doing. Then there are things that you're good at and you like doing. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call your passion. People that say they're passionate, there is something they like and they're also good at it. So you look at those people that are cooking. You look at somebody that cooks. They can cook from morning till night. They love cooking. They're good at it. If you eat their food, fantastic. If this kind of person starts a business, you now start to see why they will cook a big pot of soup for somebody. And when the person says, how much is it? They will only charge for the cost of the ingredients. They will not charge for their service. Because they are good at it. Even if you don't pay them, they will do it for money tonight. They're not kind of thing. For me, my own weakness is anything strategy, anything training, anything consulting. I'm fun. I love that bit for money tonight. Anything around business strategy, whether it's strategy, competitive strategy, financial strategy. Strategy is what I love to do, and I'm good at it.
Yeah.
Now, having a passion, having something you like and being good at it is not enough, because the market doesn't care about your passion. In case people are not listening well, let me say it again. The market doesn't care about your passion. I will not pay you 50,000 naira just because you are passionate about that product. I will not pay you 1 million naira because you are passionate about it. I don't care about your passion. The market doesn't care about your passion. Customers don't care about your passion. Customers only care about value, and they will only pay for value. So what this means is that you have to take that thing you like, that thing you are good at, and create something that the market will pay for. That is the key about it. Now, why I'm saying this, and I want people to pay attention, is that many of the most successful entrepreneurs, the truth I would say is that I don't think they're passionate people. These people, out of these three things I've talked about, the things you like, things you're good at, and what the market will pay for, they only focus on number three. They only focus on things that the market will pay for, and they don't give a damn about passion. So if you look at the top richest people in Nigeria, what do they do for a living? Manufacturing. What do they manufacture? Cement, sugar. Is it possible that somebody is passionate about manufacturing cement? If you've ever been to a cement factory, it's not somewhere, it's actually dangerous to your health because of the kind of substances, the kind of dust, that kind of environment. It's not actually a favorable environment for human beings. So I was struggling to believe that somebody who has made a lot of money from cement is passionate about cement production. I was struggling to see that somebody who is making money from steel and sugar is passionate about it. What they care about is value. They're passionate about making money. That one is very clear. They're passionate about making money, and they care about what the market will. They only about value. So you might be with your passion business for 3, 4, 5 years. Another person that focuses on value would have started 4 different businesses, and all of them are doing well. Because this person doesn't matter or whatever. What they're focusing is what will people pay for? What do people want? What would they for? They go and get that thing and sell to the market. And while you are there struggling with your passion, these people are going ahead in business. And it is not fair. The truth is, it's not fair. Passionate people deserve much more than they get. Because when you put your sweat, your blood, your energy into a business, I believe you deserve to be paid better. But if there are people that only focus on value to the market, are those who are rewarded. Does this mean that passionate people cannot succeed in business? No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you find something you're passionate about, focus on creating product or service that the market will value, that the market will want to pay for. So, for example, I can use an example and say that because I'm passionate about strategy, I will just go out there and start asking people, start selling strategy to people. Now, the average person doesn't understand what business strategy is. They don't understand. So if they don't understand it, they cannot buy it. So I'll waste my time saying I'm passionate about business strategy and I'm not making any sales. I'm not getting customers. But what do people care about? People want to grow their business. People want to solve problems in their business. Things like sales. How do I hire better people? How do I make my business more profitable? How do I grow my business? How do I expand my business? How do I become better? How do I become more competitive in my business? These are the problems that people have. So what I do is I sell services and products that target these problems, because the language of the market is problems. If you understand the problems that people want to solve, you can provide value to them. But how do I provide the value? It is through the thing I know how to do, through business strategy. So the thing is, focus on the problem of the market, focus on the needs of the market, focus on the desires of the market. Let them tell you what they want, and then you can solve it because you are better at solving it because you have something you're passionate about. So I don't know if what I've said so far makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense. It does make sense, and it's been really interesting paying attention to all of this conversation, because you had to just say it, because a lot of people will say follow your passion, turn your passion into wealth and all of that, without really understanding what they are saying in what passion is all about. So if your passion cannot translate to money, you can't sell that your passion to generate revenue. If it does not have the value that will transcend to wealth, then you should put the passion aside, or be passionate about it, but look for something that the market wants, because the market has no emotions. That's good. Now
Yes,
there's no emotions in market. People only buy what they want to buy, what they need. So if what you have is not what they need, no matter how passionate you are about it, nobody will buy from you. So it's very good that you have said that today. Now we're already having questions, so I would like to take questions now. The numbers to send in your WhatsApp message to is 0700 903 9039. Now I have this one. Don't say thank you, Mr. Iwuoha, for sharing your views. Supposing I am still thinking about the business I want to start now, and I have the money, where will I put the money till I am fully ready? You have the money, you want to start a business, but you're not ready for the business now. Where should you store the money? That's a question this person is asking. Do you want to answer that? Should I go into more?
Go into more questions, so I'll take all of them. Let's just take 3 questions.
Okay,
and then
good. Okay, number 2. Thank you so much for this discussion on passion, but I'm a bit confused here, because they usually say turn your passion to make money. I'm very passionate about taking care of children, and I've been doing that. And I work with a school in their daycare. I take care of the children, but I'm not being paid much. So this much I'm not being paid, it's worrisome. Should I go for another job, because I can also do other things? Should I leave that work and go do something else? That's one question here. Another one says, good morning to you, John Paul. Thank you for the conversation we're having and the opportunities that you shared with us on that website. I have downloaded mine and I'm reading it. Thank you very much. Just want to appreciate you. Okay, the next question says, thank you so much for this conversation on passion. I'm very passionate about motivating people, encouraging people, and I was thinking of how I can translate that into creating wealth for myself. Please, I would like to get an answer. So we have 3 questions with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 questions. Okay, so the first person said he has money, he wants to start a business, but
he's not ready now.
I have to this question is actually a question, which is what exactly is holding you from actually starting that business? Because we've broken down everything. Is it that is a question of resource? What resource do you need or relationship that you are waiting for? Are you looking for, is it time? Is it that you don't yet have time? Are you waiting to quit a job to start the business? Is it talent? Are you looking to hire people? What exactly is holding you back from starting the business? Except you are saying the problem you want to solve with your business does not yet exist, which I doubt that is the case. I need to know what exactly is stopping you. If I know what that thing is, then I can advise you. Because my job is to show you how to overcome obstacles. But at this point, you've not told me what the obstacle is. You just said you have money, you want to start a business, but what should you be doing while you're waiting? And my question is, why are you waiting? What's the issue? If I know what the issue is, I can advise you appropriately. The other person talked about she's a caregiver, right?
Yes, taking care of
saying they are
children.
not paying her well.
Yes.
And she's passionate about
yes.
This is one area that I hope I can just hold myself, but let me just give some sort of a background. The way Lagos is going at 20+ million people, many households have dual working spouses. The man is working, the woman is working. What that means is that after school hours, there is a huge need for caregivers, people that can mind children, take care of children. So it's an area of huge demand, right? So the thing now will be that you're able to take care of children and you're passionate about it. I don't think it's sufficient value yet. So let me give you a couple of examples. One way you can make money from your passion is to specialize. That way you separate yourself from all the people that are entering the market just to make money. You can allow your passion work for you when you specialize. That way you become like a boutique business. You make higher margin and lower volume. So one example would be that you take the next 6 months or 1 year and get some sort of certification around helping children with challenges. It could be children that have autism, children that have physical challenges, children that have developmental challenges and stuff like that. Because when you talk about children is just one group, all kinds of children. But make it obvious that you specialize with helping children with special needs. And you have a certification, you have some sort of training or something about it. So why everybody is just saying I'm a caregiver, either you're looking for a job or you want to start something and you say I'm a caregiver. You say, no, I'm not just a caregiver for children. I help children that have special needs. Either children that have needs around their learning, around their development, that needs something like speech therapy, that needs special attention. So that's where you created a niche that is not yet very obvious in Nigeria. But in places like Europe and America, this niche is a multi-million-dollar business. Okay. People that take care of children with special needs.
Okay,
yeah, so that's one thing I'll tell her, look for a way to specialize and then define your value to the market. The market will pay high for that. The third question, I believe, what was that? What the person said?
He likes encouraging people, motivating people. That's what he likes. He can do that all day. People call him. I usually encourage them. He noticed that his friends, they usually call him when they are in trouble. So he's always encouraging, motivating. He's been doing that for long. And he likes doing it, can do it for forever. So he wants to know if there is something he could do with it.
Fantastic. This is one area that I missed out on. One other challenge that passionate people have is that they struggle with communicating the value that their passion provides. So right now, the messaging he's using is that he's a motivational person. He helps his friends when they're in trouble. But the real value that I think he can provide is also, like I mentioned before, to niche down. What kinds of, let him analyze the kind of problems they bring to him. What kind of problems typically do people bring to him? Most times, all problems are not the same. Either people are usually coming to him for either financial issues, maybe how do they get out of debt, they're owing different people and stuff like that, or relationship issues. Somebody has broken their heart or they're trying to get this lady, or career issues. They're having trouble at work with office politics.
Or just discouraged with life. You're just discouraged with life. Things are not working, that kind of thing.
So let him find one niche and then let him now be that person. Okay, I have this course or I have this program for people who are in deep debt and they want to come out. In the last 3 years, I've helped a couple of people come out of debt. People that even contemplated suicide, they wanted to take their life, but I was able to get them to reconsider and come out. Now, this is an area of value for the market because there are people that are going through these things. When you say motivation, I don't understand what you're talking about. But if you tell me how to get out of debt, if you're at a point where everything is lost and you feel like giving up, I can buy that kind of program, that kind of person. If you now come to the position of a relationship and say, you are now in your 30s or something, you are worried about getting a life partner, relationships have not worked for you, people have cheated on you, I have a framework that will help you break out of that rut and find meaningful relationships. All of a sudden, that's another bracket. So when you have a passion in terms of brackets, in terms of niches, when you go general, I take care of children, I motivate people. The market doesn't understand what you're talking about because that's not the language of their problems. Talk in the language of their problems, and you can make the connection between the value that the market will pay for and the passion that you have. That's not saying you don't have a passion. What I'm saying is find the connection between your passion and the value in the market. How do you find value in the market? What are the problems the market is asking for? Yes.
Thank you very much, John Paul Iwuoha. I think our time is up here. We need to go now. But to leave this with you, you can go to www.activatorhq.com/903FM. There you will get business opportunities in a tough economy. We had a discussion on radio. It's quite deep. So go there, you download the material, and that will further give you more explanation on what we have been talking about. And next week, Thursday, John Paul Iwuoha will be here to answer more questions and also to talk about how you can activate your business ideas. Thank you so much, John Paul. It's a pleasure speaking with you.
Thank you. Always a pleasure being on VOP. Thank you.
Okay. Do have a great day. Now, we need to stop here now. We'll anchor here now. Thank you for being part of the program. Coming up next is Area Matter. My name is Mary Onaife Debbie. I'll be here again tomorrow, same time from 9:30 to 10:30. Keep it here. Do not change the dial. We are the voice of the people. 90.3 FM.
Are you looking for the perfect getaway?
Look no further than the luxurious accommodations at Airport Golden